Daylight savings means you get an hour of sun, but an hour less of sleep. But this means you gotta work harder, guys. It means you don't quit. It means you keep pushing. You know, keep pushing through. I tell you guys, it's been a hard winter. And winter's still not over here. I mean, we just had, what, 12 inches of snow? And there's supposed to be another 8 to 12 inches again coming Wednesday, Thursday. But we're definitely sick of it up here, that's for sure. But just go do what you gotta do, guys. You know, don't make excuses, make plans. All right? Struggle is real. This is what Minnesota's like. You see them? They're just chilling. See what I mean? They have no fear of cars. They just chill on the road. Well, I sure hope all that recording came out, about an hour and 20 minutes of recording. Usually I break up the recording as I check it, but this time I guess I got so involved in my work that I didn't do it. First, let me snap a picture. I did do some outlines so that we know exactly where it is, where the pieces go. You guys have pets and children, grandchildren, know why I'm doing that. Anyways, it's kind of like working with the negative space. It's supposed to be a Viking ship, if you can't tell. I think you'll be able to tell a lot better when it's, well, you guys saw the pattern, the stencil I made. I think you'll be able to tell a lot better when I paint it. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to use different stains. And I want to do like a blue epoxy in all the spaces. So that's what that border's for. That's going to be filled with epoxy, the blue epoxy, the shimmering one. And you know, the wanderer sign is wandering. It's not exactly where it needs to go, but it's pretty close. And then of course I have more lathe pieces to put in here. Little what are they called? Lathes or lath work? What? I'm lost. That word is lost to me right now. Sorry, guys. I'm in a lot of pain. Starting to feel about 80% better from that muscle, the sciatic nerve pull thing in my hip and back. I can actually stand now for a little while. So I got that done today. I'm really happy about that. I love it. So that, and I'm going to put probably going to put some of the lattice work, whatever it's called. I'm going to put the half-inch pieces in here as well. And of course they'll be in here and they'll be up along here as well. And then this has a frame around it. And if you remember, I was having trouble with the cheap nail gun I got. I ended up having to get a better one, but it's not here yet. So, my piece for the cutout of the sink isn't really straight as I want it, so I wanted to redo that. However, wasn't sure if I had enough, and as you can see, I used up every single piece of wood that I had in the shop. Well, almost, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough. I knew I wouldn't use it all, but I had to use it all. You'll see the way I did it. I put all the pieces in there at once and then drew on them and then took out each single piece. Took out every other piece as I worked on it. And then of course I drew little outlines so I can see where it all goes. But yeah, so I got to fix the hole for the sink, the frame for the sink, and then put my lattice work up there, little pieces, and then little pieces over here. And then I have to glue it down. I've decided about painting it. What I have to do is, the hard part is I have to paint the back. I know that. It has to be primed for the epoxy. If I prime over, I'm going to lose my lines. So I'm kind of debating as to what to do about that. But my dog's in there crying because he's not out here with me. So that's what the whining is. Alright guys, I'm going to go heating pad, medication, work on some video editing, and rest. And I'll get back at you tomorrow. Or actually, I'm going to come back in here later tonight. I'm going to think about how I'm going to do the rest of this, and I'll come back here tonight. Love y'all. Be good to each other. Have a good night. Bye. I want to figure out how to go live. I think it would have been cool to show you guys how I made this. How I am making it. The shop, it's a mess right now. My wife's going to kill me for putting this on YouTube, but hey, she said it could be my shop, so it's definitely messy. You know how my shop starts out clean, it always ends up messy, and then I ended up spending a couple hours cleaning it. But I packed this saw up, the scroll saw. You guys will see in the video. Oh, I got so irritated with it. The bracket that holds the wood stable as you're cutting, it wouldn't stay tightened no matter how tight I put it because of the vibrations. And maybe it's because of the variable speed. I don't know. It just, remember I told you when I was unpacking, it felt like it was made kind of chintzy. It had nice features, but it was just made chintzy. Anyways, that's packed up. That's going back. I'm not gonna, even if it's only 60 or 80 bucks, I'm not gonna spend that kind of money and not be able to use it. So I'm going to buy a nice one. Have to see if the wife can work some more overtime for me. We can get some nice ones. I don't need it right now. I'm pretty much done with the scroll work, I think, for now. Been doing everything with the bandsaw, and then anything that needed really curvature, I put on the spindle sander, or I put on the round edge here, or I put on the table for the disc sander part. And I'm rambling because I'm hurting, guys. There's my primer. I gotta prime this thing. Oh, I love it, but I just gotta figure out how I don't like when I don't know how exactly I'm gonna do something. I like figuring things out, but it's like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Anyways, I want to keep working, but I'm hurting. All right, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Later tonight, maybe. I gotta figure out how to go live so I can hook you guys up with some videos. Be fun, I think, won't it? All right, guys. Good night. For you too. Aw, look at these two guys. Did you come out here to visit with Dad in the shop? Huh? Are you best friends, or are you just pissed off because she's in your spot? That's awesome. Hey, guys. Smile for YouTube. All right, hey, back to work. Back to work, son. It's so good. I mean, I'm like so happy with the way this thing looks right now. My thumb's in the way. Come on. Oh, I can't wait. I think the fam's gonna get me a GoPro 7 Black for my birthday. Can't wait. So excited. About to close up shop. Let's turn this camera off. I don't even know if I recorded earlier. For some reason it shut down. Well, the countertop's done. And still have to glue it all, sand it. Oh, let me put this up. This is my I don't need my stencil no more. Get a better look of being done. Put that in there. So the wife really likes the lettering. I like the whole thing. It's like a negative reversed image type piece of art. I think we're going to have to prime the whole thing. So the whole thing will be primed white. So I got to sand it all, glue it all, prime it white, and then I'm going to paint the letters a separate color, and then paint the ship probably like a brown, just maybe a brown color to match the stain in there, in the cabin, or in the camper. And then filled in between here is going to be the epoxy, and it's going to be that bluish, that shiny, shimmery blue, so it looks like the ocean or a lake. Yeah, that's it. It's finished. Man, I'm really happy with it. Really like the way it came out. Let me get back up, get a picture. I'll post this on Instagram. There we go. That's my first time doing that, and then it'll be my first time using the epoxy, so I've been watching videos on that. My only other issue is the sink. This is messed up here. The sink, and it should fit. I got it exactly to the outside of it, so it should fit in there. Plus the epoxy is going to fill in all the rest. So it's going to look really nice when it's done. What else was I going to talk about? The other thing is, I'm probably going to end up attaching it somehow to the countertop using not these are a half inch by 3/4 inch, I believe. Or 3/8. Oh, anyways, but probably end up using the 1x2s to attach it, just like I attach everything else. We'll work on that tomorrow. For now, it's heating pad, medicine, and rest. Because that took a lot of cutting and sanding. Some of the video didn't show, but I went back and forth between cutting the pieces on this beautiful compound Ryobi miter saw that I like so much. Oh, I left the window open. That's not good. 10 degrees outside. Oh, come on. What's wrong with this thing? That's gross. Come on, shut. Ouch. And then I went back and forth to the Ryobi. Hey, they're both Ryobi. I went back and forth between the Ryobi sander and this bad boy. So, yeah. Time to lock it up. Alright, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. Love you all. Be good to each other. Good night. The Wanderer. Oh, I'm so pissed off right now, but I'm trying not to be angry because the wife is just trying to call me to say hello. But I did tell her don't call because I'm recording and she didn't pay attention. Whatever. Anyways, I didn't record any of that. All of the sanding may have got recorded with that one, but I know that that saw is in the way of the view of that one to catch the work I did. And all I did was, you guys saw that I already had the outline of the letters. So I took the glue and I put a little bit of glue on my finger and just smeared it all around the bottom of it so it wasn't really thick. But I want to make sure that there's enough glue to hold it down. And then each letter I'd hold down for 10 seconds and it pretty much doesn't really need anything after that. Like it's not moving now. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So I'm happy with this glues. Tight Bond, original wood glue. Not the exterior one. That one seemed to be really weak. I tried that one. I didn't like that one. So this is the interior one. Professional strength. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I'm going to put a little bit of weight on there. And if you guys didn't see the video because it didn't record, I moved each letter. I did each letter, pushed it down, and then I put this, this is a 5-pound bag of nails. I put the 5-pound bag of nails on each letter. As I worked on the next letter, I sanded each letter and then glued it, pushed it down, and moved this bag of 5-pound nails down. I'm just upset. Like that's all that was an hour of work, not recorded. But whatever. Such is life, right? But that's because I don't have a GoPro. If I had a GoPro, I wouldn't have to use my smartphone as my main recording device. But I think the family and me, the kids and the wife are coming together to. I heard a rumor from the wife that don't buy a GoPro because birthday's coming. So I think everybody's gonna put some money together to try and get me one. And I want one before the winter camping trip comes too as well. So anyways, really happy with the way this came out. The only problem is now that I saw that it's attached and you guys saw me staple it from the bottom, that's not going anywhere. That's the perfect size for the sink too. And I'm going to try the sink in there. It's out in the garage or in the shop, so I have to go get it. But I want to see it match up first as well, because if you notice, hard to see that line right there, but my lines don't match up now. I guess I didn't notice that before, or I didn't care about it before, one or the other. So I'm off a little bit. So I may have to put this little, you're supposed to be able to, what's it called? Not trim, split. Split of wood. So I might be able to use that piece. Where's that guide at? I don't know how far this thing will go down in here. But you're supposed to be able to trim your own boards here. So, if I put it all the way over to 1/2 inch, I should be able to split it. So we're going to give that a shot. I'm going to try that. Haven't done that since I took those ag classes in high school. So I haven't done that in a while. But I'll experiment with that first before I do the final pieces. But yeah, I'm excited. This is looking really good. The wife is so excited about it. Even though she's calling, ruining my recordings. She's like, this is her favorite thing in the whole. And it's not even done. I mean, it hasn't even finished. Like, she saw like all the pieces in this thing, right? She saw all the pieces together with it. And she already said this is her favorite thing. We had a little date night last night. It was nice. But she said she confessed, she was like, that's my favorite thing of the whole camper. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. So I still have to do the epoxy. About, what's that, about 3/8 of an inch of epoxy in there, in between everything. And that's going to be with the shimmering blue epoxy. And then I'll put a clear epoxy over the whole thing. and right up over this too, so that it's waterproofed. So, and that's something new to me. I didn't have that back when I was doing this stuff for money for a living. This is a shop that had a polyurethane sprayer. I just put 5-6 coats on it. So polyurethane stuff's epoxy's a new thing for me. So I'm learning on that one. I'm learning because I got some education. All right, guys, I'm rambling because I'm hurting. You guys know that standing like this for this long of a period, I've been here like 2 or 3 hours. I think close to 3 now. Just the positions of my arms in this position where I'm working like this just absolutely hurts my T-spine. So hurts in my ribs right now. It's hard to breathe. And I know I appreciate you guys. Let me show you my face. That's my hand tool. I appreciate you guys putting up with me. And the reason why I share what I'm going through, and I think I'm going to share more of that, like as the surgeries come and things like that. I'll be putting more in that if I decide to have surgery. But I'm going to show you more of that part of my life because it's not easy. And I know there's a lot more people out there that are suffering too. And I've already received a letter from one of you saying thank you for that. That it's a source of encouragement for them. So I hope it is. I hope it encourages you to keep going. We all have our own stuff to deal with and various levels of suffering. And look, my arm's shaking because I'm in so much pain holding the phone up. I gotta go, guys. I love you. Be good to each other. Have a good night. Bye. So I got to do this in stages because it's so much work. I figured out how to fix this side over here. You know, because of the way the sink was cut out, I didn't want to have this right up against there. I made sure the sink fit there last night, so that way I can fill that with primer. Same thing up there. I'm gonna do the same thing up there. Move that up a little bit because I cut another piece of that and sanded it. Yeah, I'm really happy with it's looking. I might put something in here. Haven't decided. Same thing on the top. We'll see though. Looking really good. Love it. The Wanderer. That's me. More like Ronin. The samurai without a warrior, without a lord anymore. I guess all veterans are kind of like that, right? -17 outside Fahrenheit. It's so cold in my house. It's actually, but it's so weird. It's actually, well, that's because the house heating really is really bad. Seriously, one night I'm afraid we're gonna not wake up and freeze to death. It's ridiculous. It's warmer out here than in the house. Anyway, just wanted to come out here and check and see how this is doing. You can tell I'm doing like a section at a time, sanding it, and then putting the glue on it, and then putting some weight on it. Really impressed with this glue so far, though. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna do these ones next. So what do I got left to do on this bad boy? This top part right here, this top part, this right here, that's all I got left. Oh, and this part right here. So these go here. Yeah, this goes here. This goes here. I love this thing. I'm really happy with the way it came out. Now I've had to do some rethinking about how to make this look nice. I think what I'm going to do is cut this on an angle here like this instead of that way. So I'll do like this here, and then I'll put another piece, same thing over here. Do I even have a piece? This might work. Well, then you put at 45-degree angles, but you get the point. Same thing down here and right here. So I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm waiting for my waffles to cook. So let me bang this out real quick while I'm waiting for my waffles to cook. what is it, negative 21 degrees out. Maybe, well, it was negative 25, so I have my gloves on. Hold on, sorry. Done. Well, that's good. Just messed up the camera, Terry. You know, I don't understand why they put, whatever. Why did they put the lens on the left side? They should put it on the right side, because most people are, maybe I'm just holding it wrong. So this is life in Arctic land. You gotta get a ladder. See the pipe up there? Got ice up there, clogged up. That's what you gotta do. Hot water. If it stays hot long enough for me to do this. The house stinks like rotten eggs and sauerkraut. Because the vents are maybe blocked. Otherwise it's a cracked sewer pipe. A little higher. Oh gosh. Not good. I don't even know if I can reach this. It's gonna pour all over my face, isn't it? Listen to that. Alright. Oh, did you see any of that? Huh. That's pretty. And then that one's got, I iced it too, but I can't get up there with the nerve damage on my leg. I get somebody, I'm not even supposed to be up on the slider, but, oh, fall. See? That's what I'm talking about. I just randomly lose my balance on my leg. But the options always be in this wheelchair. What I've been through in my life. Alright. That's done. Now let's see if I survive the walk to the mailbox. It is so brutal out here. I can't even, I mean the sun's out. I can't even begin to tell you how cold it is. You know that feeling when your pants freeze? They got like crinkly. I already feel that already. I've only been outside. Well, however long this video is, that's how long I've been outside. I think I already missed the mail today. Dang it. So this in here, this in here. Alright, oh, that's so brutal. Oh, wait. I'll let the shop door open. Dang it. Guess I better shut that real quick. See me walking as fast as I can. I ain't even gonna tell you how cold it is. It's like so cold, everything is like frozen in the air. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah, and I didn't leave a lot of gas in my tank. Somebody said something about your tank's freezing up. There's the camper. I miss working on you, bro. Please get warm so I can work on you. Alright, here we go. Back at it. Da, da, da. Alright. That's enough of that adventure for today. Ooh, I want to show you the... I want to show you the inside part of the shop, but I should probably pause the video and start it again so I don't have all this extra stuff on there. Alright, hold on a minute. Take my other glove off. Hold on. I have to vacuum all this up again. Sawdust everywhere. But it's even cold in here. This heater, I don't know if this heater even works. Like sometimes you feel the heat coming off it, other times you don't. I don't know what's up with that. These things, these halogen lamps, it seems to me, seem to be keeping it the warmest out here. All right, let's move all this. All right, this goes here. Let's move this over here too. Man, that looks really sharp. Look at that. Wow, really like it. So those are dry now. I can take these off. What if I just take this inside the house to let it stay warm? Looks really nice. Because I gotta paint it. I'm gonna go ahead and put a coat of primer on it. Move all this stuff out of the way. Wow, I just really like the look of it. Before I was kind of worried about the abstract part of it because it's really hard to see. But you can tell that's a ship, Viking ship. With either a dragon head or a horse head in the front, right? You can tell that. One thing I wish I'd made this part. Nah, I guess that's. Because I was thinking about even splitting the sails into 3 parts because that's how I originally drew it, if you remember in the pattern. But I think it looks good like that. Let's get a couple pictures of this. Well, that's the sink in there. Now remember, the epoxy is going over the whole thing. I'm gonna do different colors of epoxy, and I painted it all and everything. But this, there's a little space in between here. I can easily just cut a little 45-degree angle piece of wood in there and put that in there. And glue it. Or I might just leave it because the epoxy is gonna cover everything. So I'm not worried about water getting in there. Yeah, I probably should just put a piece in there. Just to be on the safe side. That's our countertop, man. That looks amazing. I really, really like it. Look at that. Look at that, boy. Look how nice and shiny that sink is. Oh, yeah. Grab a couple pictures here. Pretty awesome. I'm really liking it. I'm liking it a lot. So next thing I gotta do is prime it, paint it, put the blue shimmery, I still have to buy that though, it's like a metallic blue ocean dye to put into the epoxy. I have the epoxy, it's over there somewhere, there it is. I think I got enough, I might need to buy more actually. And then it'll have the epoxy and I'll probably do that. Because you remember this part, there's another piece of trim that has to go on top of this for it to fit in the cabinet area. So it'll have another layer over the top of this. Like maybe a 1x2 will come out here. So the blue epoxy will come right up to almost to the top of the letters, and then I'm going to do clear epoxy over everything to really waterproof it. Yeah, it looks really good, doesn't it? Really impressed with it. Yeah, I like it. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Alright. Let me get back inside. I'm frozen. Talk to you guys later. Bye.